I ain't allowed to play anywhere on the field, man.
Who should I be yapping about more?
Jimmy Horn. You know, he got a lot of speed. It's not just hype. You know, I know he's not really under the radar because everybody love to see his one-on-ones and all that.
The Twitch is insane, dog. Why even try? Man, I try to tell y'all, man. I try to tell y'all about Jay Fleazy, man. Told y'all about J5, now J15, Jimmy Horn Jr. You know, some people call me a glazer, a hyper, but I've never seen anyone call me a glazer when I talk about Jimmy Horn Jr. because he deserves every ounce of hype that he's getting. I've been beating the Jimmy Horn Jr. and LeJontay Wester Horn for the entire offseason. I don't know why people looked at them as low draft picks. Obviously, you know, smaller size, but I just thought the production that they were able to do in multiple places with the utility they provide to offenses is invaluable in modern offenses. And now I think NFL reporters are starting to see it. And Jimmy Horn is jumping off of the paper. He's scoring touchdowns in training camp now. He's official with the second team. He's running routes and destroying every other defensive back. Like I literally put he's unguardable, dog. That's not me. We made other videos of it. We said that literally Jimmy Horn Jr. is too much for DBs. Jatavius Sanders literally got on the podium and said, hey, y'all can't cover Jimmy Horn. We knew that. We know how Jay Fleazy get down. So let's go ahead and watch because they had their training camp session. This is when they go into the stadium. And this is what Jimmy Horn did. Little motion here. He's gonna motion into the bunch. Comes across the formation. Cool little flat, and that's a nice touchdown. And you know the great thing about this, having the fans, you get so many different angles, right? So again, you're gonna motion in to this close set, boom, come across the formation, and he just how we gonna leave out Jimmy Horn? Y'all acting like y'all don't know who this is. So here's my issue. Here's my issue from the defensive side. We get a little shuffle as if it's man. This is zone, okay? So this is 100% zone. 100% zone. This out, you know, overhanging defender is looking, right? And he thought he was gonna get something from here. Now he's looking, I guess, for a runner to come out here. But the fact that you don't see Jimmy, you don't even look at him, and then this guy doesn't look at him, and it's just, I mean, Jimmy Horn just jogged in the end zone, man. So that's probably going to be one of the easier touchdowns of Jimmy Horn's career. And again, so many angles we have. Look at that. Those cameras look so nice, man. Those cameras. So many angles. All right, we don't need to watch it for the 80th time, but it looks nice, though. It looks nice. Jimmy Horn Jr. in the end zone. Jimmy Horn Jr. Hey, guess what? Jimmy Horn Jr. in the end zone. All right. We'll stop watching it. We have tons of angles of it. But anyway, wait. His second touchdown. I thought it was there's another. Oh yeah, he had another touchdown. There it is. Boom! Little corner. Both of those are they're just so easy for him, man. They're just too easy for him. Oh wait, I think this one is actually. No, that's the motion one. So I'm seeing if I have this one too. And then that one is, it's right there. Okay, so it's just this one right here. Well, this isn't the only one, but this is the other one, I should say. So he's going up top. Cool little corner route. Boom. So he actually had 2 touchdowns. Jimmy Horn Jr. with 2 touchdowns. I don't know why they don't have 18 angles of this. What's going on? What happened there? And again, this is just something that Jimmy Horn's been doing. We're going to listen to a little bit of Jimmy Horn as well as David Canales. But before we do so, this video kind of went a little viral, right? Because you have Xavier Leggett, you know, he's out there. He's in the Glorilla commercials or Glorilla movies or show. God, I'm getting old. He's in the Glorilla music videos, whatever you kids call them. He's in the music videos. He's going crazy. Obviously super, big with the media, right? Just like they're treating Jimmy Horn. I want y'all to know, not only is Jimmy Horn very marketable, but Carolina does a really good job marketing their young guys because Xavier Leggett and the whole speak thing, like they really push that. They made him a character over that. I think Jay Fleazy is going to be much of a character too. But Xavier Leggett left some things to be desired from his first year. Now, he was just a rookie, right? And I think the biggest thing is that, the dynamics, right? Even if you add a Hunter Renfrow who might fit the similar type of style as Jimmy Horn, right? Route technician, great with the feet, gets in and out of breaks. I think they do it in a little different way, right? Hunter Renfrow is all about leverage, timing, and getting it done. While Jimmy Horn does that, it's a lot more velocity, and he can stretch the field a lot more than Hunter Renfrow. So that's different there. Ted McMillan is Mike Evans Jr., so that's a whole different flavor, right? And then Xavier Legette is almost like this Debo Samuels type, right? He's a little stockier, right? Little bigger. You know, you might want to get him involved with some end rounds and different things, maybe helping the run game. So that's the benefit of this crowded wide receiver room, that there's a lot of different bodies, so they all serve different purpose. But everybody saw this and was like, man, Jimmy Horn just looks different. He just, when you compare him to the other NFL players, and by the way, Ted McMillan looks different too. It's so crazy to me that people try to overthink Ted McMillan, the 6'5" dude with fluid hips and like feet. Like, what are we talking about right now? He's gonna be a problem. Jimmy Horn's gonna be a problem. That is so crazy. He doesn't watch film. Like, y'all are idiots. Y'all are dummies. Y'all are real dummies. Here's Jimmy Horn. Wow. That's too loud is what that is. One handy jammy. And again, Jimmy Horn is long. Pause. Jimmy Horn has, long legs. He's got longer appendages, right? You know what I'm saying? He's got that sprinter build. So he's got those longer things. That allows him to, even though he looks small, the reason why I think he excels so great in the red zone is that with that length, with that reach, with those legs, I think he can do a lot to extend himself and really extend his catching radius more than it seems like he has. He does that at an extremely high level. So we'll do some more clips. We got plenty more clips to get into, some old stuff, some new stuff, some more angles. But before we do that, let's hear from Jimmy Horn himself. So he did speak about Shedeur, right? He spoke about seeing him this Friday, right? And so y'all let me know down below if y'all want me to stream that game. We could do a little stream situation and then, watch along. Obviously, we're going to do a video about after it. It'll be 2 different videos, one for Jimmy, one for Shedeur, maybe just one big one for both of them, but we'll see. I think that's going to be a dope little situation this Friday, but this is what he had to say about it.
It's going to be exciting to see him again. I can't wait to see how you doing out there, like get to see him in person and stuff. So it's going to be good to see him again. I talked to him here and there, but it's just going to be good to see him again and reunite with him, to say what's up to him. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. So that's just a good little, that just warms your heart, right? Little connection there, getting back together. That's great. But how about Jimmy Horn? What does Jimmy Horn do that's so great? Let's hear it from head coach David.
Yeah, I think it's the energy he plays with, and he doesn't quit on routes. He continues, after the normal part of the protection you could count on, he continues to find space, and play fast. And it's a credit to his fitness, but it's also a credit to just the energy that he puts out there, that you want to throw to him.
Want to throw to him, and I do think that he has that. Like, I think a lot of these. Not a lot of these. I think Jimmy Horn Jr. has a knack for when he did play. He was in that spot to get the ball, right? There's a saying or a thought process for certain tight ends, especially like the Jason Witten tight end or the Jimmy Graham and his others, where it's like, hey, he might not be fast, but he always finds a spot. He's always that safety blanket. He's always going to find them sticks. He's always going to find a soft spot in that zone. So Jimmy Horn Jr., the fact that he can do that, right? He's got an instinct, right? People don't talk about instincts for wide receivers a lot. It's mostly something, a lot more defensive thing. But for route running, there is a bit of instinctual, okay, sitting this down, understanding what my quarterback's thinking, understand how these zone players are feeling. Is this zone? Is this safety gonna do? Maybe I should cheat my route. Like there's a lot of small things that are happening at fast speed for these wide receivers. And Jimmy Horn Jr. is somebody that has shown for years that those small things, those instincts things part of wide receiver, he's done great at. Now he's showing to do it great at the NFL, so much that his coaches and teammates are starting to point out. So, but let's hear a little more from Jimmy Horn Jr. After his great performance. No, this is about the fake punt. So wait. Before we do that, I want to show you the fake punt because we're going to talk about the fake punt. Right. But here it is. So Jimmy Horn Jr., not only a man that can get it done through the what's it called on the offensive side, Jimmy Horn Jr. apparently stops this touchdown. Jimmy Horn Jr. That was Jay Fleazy. I know you can't really see it. I didn't even know what I was looking at, to be honest with you. But he's going DK Metcalf. This is a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. But the wide receiver, Jimmy Horn, gets it done, makes a big stop. So these are going to be 2 videos kind of speaking about that little situation. That they asked
I
him.
play anywhere on the field, man.
Yeah, they asked him if he's ready to play defense, and then here's a little more about the trickery.
Let him score.
Nah, I don't see it, man. I'm back there just vibing. I'm thinking I'm about to get me a point. And they just had some tricky up their sleeves. I wasn't ready. So I just had to stop from scoring.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Jimmy Horn answers like for real. He just like, hey, and that's it. And what else y'all want? Like that's what it is. So, great to see that Jimmy Horn is showing off all types of versatility, right? I don't think people, besides punt returns, I don't think we're going to see a lot of special teams Jimmy Horn. If I were to predict, you know what I'm saying? Besides, punt returns, but the fact that he's still, able to do that, he shows that he do that. Look, Jimmy Horn Jr. is a grinder, right? Jimmy Horn Jr. ain't, for as much as people like to categorize Colorado players, again, I don't know what Colorado y'all were watching. I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch too much ESPN. I don't know. But these are some dogs. These are the story of Jimmy Horn, the adversity he's gone through. Forget about off the field, on the field with the injuries and lower leg problems, especially at the end of last year, how that hindered his draft process. Is, again, the only reason why people looked at him as a low draft is draft pick is because of the injury concerns and him not being healthy to finish out the year, right? So this is a dude that could sit there and throw his hands up and say, man, I deserve to be here. I deserve to be there, right? I deserve to be the number 2, number 3 wide receiver, a slot guy. I deserve to have a place on the offense and contribute. He ain't saying that. He said, hey, I'm going to just come contribute. How about that? How about I return these punts? How about I save some touchdowns? How about I cook some people? Now, we got to come back and watch. We're going to watch a few more practice clips. I messed up. I called this an out and up because I thought the quarterback was over here, but the quarterback's over here. This is a sluggo. So I deserve 5 lashings for non-ball knowledge, but it was the angle we were looking at. But this thing is just a beaut. This thing is a beaut. Just like we said though, it still remains the same, right? But so now we know that he has, this is inside leverage look. So he's going to have this inside leverage here. Again, Jimmy Horn presses right at him. And then obviously DB wants to get square, but what happens is that square from Jimmy Horn turns into, oh, I need to turn my hips because he's about to go in. This is going to be a slant, right? Completely flips your hips. And then this at the top of the right is what makes him different, right? Right. I'm coming at you. And then I'm going to bend it. Right. But I'm not done bending it. I'm coming hard. Right. Pause. I'm really going to give it to you. So now I don't just have your hips turned. I got your eyes down. I got you driving here. So when I come up, dog, he held the jersey, still did not have a chance. Like he is torching people, dog. He is giving people fits. This is 46 seconds of Jimmy Horn greatness. And then again, when we talk about catch radius, wow, that's a duck. Whoever threw that thing, Lord have mercy. But he's gonna go up fearless, right? Like we said, we looked at the picture. He was looking at homie in the eye. In the eyes. He's a psycho. Jimmy Horn Jr. is just Steve Smith Sr. Part 2. He don't care. He's fearless. First down. The shit, there's the out and up. I mean, the twitch is insane, dog. Why even try? Why even try to guard? When y'all see J15 line up, just go ahead and take a seat, man. Just go ahead, crisscross applesauce, throw your hands up. Hey, this is a touchdown. You don't got a chance. So quarterback, I think, is over here. So we're inside leverage, right? Or is the quarterback over here? Okay, I think I can't. Where is the quarterback? I'm trying to understand the alignment. I'm going to assume the quarterback is over here. Y'all see what I'm saying? Okay, we're over here. So this is outside leverage. I'm assuming, right? Look at that, man. Look at what he does when he drops his hips, gets high, drops his hips, and just the fact that, like, I want you to understand what he does here. So he wants to get to this outside, but not only is this defensive back there, he's in great position of where Jimmy Horn wants to be. So again, he's got to chop, and he just wants him to look. I want to show you something. Right here, I'm coming. Oh, well, pause. But right here, I just want you to think. I just want you to drop your hips. I just want you to think about what's about to happen next. And what happens is that all this chopping, chop. Look how much space he eats up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So understand that it's space creation. When you talk about uncovering yourself, right? And that's something that what's it called? A lot of people have said Jimmy Horn just has a knack for it. When we talk about that, we got to talk about the intricacies of it, right? Jimmy Horn is going to end here. So how do I get there? I push vertical a little bit. I start pushing and attacking you. I keep my head straight, but I'm attacking at you, and that attacking is basically, well, I gotta honor that, right? I can't just, if he's gonna come run straight at me, I can't let him cross my face. So he comes chopping, and then it goes from him having to have his hips open with that outside leverage to now I'm fully attacking that right shoulder and that right hip. And that means I need to drive from the defensive back. I need to drive, but it's too quick for him. I got to drive and keep my hips open though, right? I got to protect myself. So what that results in is just that you're not fast enough to be on top of that, i.e. he created this space. That's all it was. He created this space. He just made him stay honest. Pause you for a second. And what I'm going to do is, now that I've created and eaten up like 4 or 5 yards that you can't come back through, I'm going to just, hey, Jimmy Horn, Jay Fleazy, and the ball is thrown bad too. We ain't got to spend too much time, man. We ain't got to spend too much time. But Jimmy Horn Jr. is an absolute problem. I think we can all agree there. I think we can all agree. And again, NFL players seemingly, this is J.C. Horn, top paid cornerback, the gem of Carolina's defense.
Who should I be yapping about more?
Jimmy
Horn,
you know, he got a lot of speed. It's not just hype. You know, I know he's not really under the radar because everybody love to see his one-on-ones and all that stuff. But, you know, in real football, I think he's going to make a lot of plays for us. He got game-changing speed. And he's a small guy in stature, but he plays like he's 6'4", you know, makes tough catches. And I'm excited to see him as well.
Man, I don't even gotta say nothing anymore, man. That's not me saying it. That's not the leader of the Colorado fan club saying it. That is J.C. Horn, ex-South Carolina, ex-SEC NFL player, considered one of the top defensive backs in the modern NFL, saying, hey, Jimmy Horn Jr. doesn't get enough hype, and I'm here to agree with you. I need more Jimmy Horn hype. I'm pushing Jimmy Horn agendas. You can call me a Jimmy Horn glazer. I don't care. You can call me a propagandist or whatever. Hey, Jay Fleazy till I deezy. You feel me? But y'all be phenomenal. Y'all be great. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you like this video. If you do like it, dislike it if you don't like it. Subscribe if you like football content. Hit the bell icon not to miss anything, dog. We're in the season. So y'all messed up. Y'all didn't tell me, off-season stuff. So we're full force now. I'm reacting to games, live streams of games. Y'all know what's about to happen, man. Y'all be great. We'll see you next time. All right.